Going back to where it all started and the conflict that sparked one of the world's biggest franchises, World of Warcraft's upcoming 7th expansion, Battle for Azeroth, will see level cap bumps, new continents, races, armor and raids with a particular focus on the conflict between the Alliance and the Horde. Whether you're for the Horde or for the Alliance, players will be given the opportunity to visit and occupy new lands such as the islands of Zandalar and nation of Kultiras, where the factions will hope to recruit new allied races to their cause. We managed to speak to senior producer Ray Kobo and senior game designer Candice Thomas about the announcement. Kobo told us that fans will have a lot to do with the new expansion, other than exploring new worlds. He said it's going to be an epic game. We continue to evolve the game and bring new life to it. The Horde and Alliance conflict is at an all-time high right now. This is a conflict that you're going to experience throughout the whole expansion. Whether you're leveling up or doing dungeons, is always going to be present. You're going to be fighting for your faction and trying to make sure that you come out ahead. The conflict between the Horde and the Alliance takes center stage. Image Blizzard Entertainment release date Blizzard isn't yet saying when World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth will launch, but it's expected to arrive late 2018. For those eager to get stuck into the next expansion sooner, fans can sign up for the beta version on the Warcraft site. New places to explore similar to the scenario system Blizzard introduced in Mists of Pandaria. The developers announced new island expeditions, but this time players will team up in a party of 3 to explore areas where the enemies and situations you encounter can change each time. It seems the MMORPG has learned a lot of lessons from the panda-filled world and fans will no longer get a linear experience they can just play over and over again. What's really interesting is that for the Alliance we have Kultiras, which is very important in the lore history especially in Warcraft 2. Essentially as we moved on in time, Jaina Proudmoore is the daughter of their leader who died at the end of Warcraft 3 and that really is where she is likely to be coming in as a main character. Tieragard Sound is the main hub, populated by hardy monster hunters and vicious pirates. To the north of Tieragard is Stormsong Valley, a lush, green land ruled by House Stormsong and a group of sea priests who build boats for the Kultiran Navy. For the Horde, they will travel to Zandalar, the homeland of an ancient troll empire that has fallen into disarray since the events in Cataclysm. Designer Thomas was keen to tease fans about the new zone. The graphics are, as usual, lovely. Image Blizzard Entertainment. You'd be surprised, typically in WoW whenever you experience a troll zone that's like a ruin of some sort, you've got the mummies, you've got the sand trolls and stuff like that. But whenever we lit the fire underneath the artists and we said this is going to be the pristine origin cradle of the Zandarian trolls, this is going to be the city's gold, and they just went crazy with it, she said. Thomas also let slip some more details to whet players' appetites for their next adventure. I shouldn't spoil, but there's an underground threat that lurks. Subraces Battle for Azeroth also reveals subraces are pretty much coming for the Horde. Players can expect to encounter Zandalarian trolls, High Mountain Tauren, and they'll also be getting Nightborn. The connection being is that share the same magic addiction as Blood Elves, which gives them a lot to work with as allies. For the Alliance we're going to be seeing Void Elves, Lightforged Draenei, and Dark Iron Dwarves, with a starting point at level 20. Yeah, we'll be able to pay to change your race to one of these once they're unlocked, and you can also pay to boost their level, so we'll have a little bit of a leg up there. There will be lots of sub-races. Image Blizzard Entertainment. What's happening with artifacts? This arguably one of the biggest features in Legion, which gave players the chance to level up their artifact weapons during that expansion's story. But all good things come to an end eventually, and these weapons will be replaced with a new system. You can still keep them for aesthetics and use them as transmogs, but their power will no longer be as great as they once were as Azeroth needs it. Instead, players will be given a necklace called the Heart of Azeroth, which we're told will be the new focal point of your character's progression throughout the expansion. Candice Thomas explained how the transition would be made without spoiling too much. There is going to be a story that unfolds for everyone on how we're going to sunset your artifact. The new amulet will also unlock bonuses in your armor as you power up your Azerite amulet through Warfront and the island expeditions. It's been suggested that this may become the most powerful thing we've seen in the game so far. You can't imagine anything more powerful than Ashbringer until you find out what is the lifeblood behind Azerite armor, she said. There is treasure to plunder. Image Blizzard Entertainment. Warfronts. The new expansion will also see the introduction of a Warfront game mode, where groups of 20 players forge together in your own kind of Warcraft freestyle map where you as the Alliance and Stormguard build your base from nothing. You're getting your wood, getting your lumber, and then you're deciding, am I fortifying my footmen or am I going to go the archer route and as a group, so it's kind of like a lengthier experience as opposed to like the island experience, Thomas explains. Since there's 3 new zones for the Alliance and the Horde, once you get to max level they all unlock, so players can have 3 new zones they're going to have to infiltrate. If you're the Alliance, that means you're going to have to go to Zandalar. Changes to PvP system. Now, all servers will operate under the same rules of engagement, where players can opt in for open-world PvP or choose to stay neutral. Opting into PvP will fill your world with other players who have also opted in, keeping like-minded players together. Like-minded players can stay together. Image Blizzard Entertainment. Those who choose to play with PvP on will also get bonuses like extra experience, to reward their added risk.